the Christ, the living God, which is and which was and which is to come, the Lord God Almighty, Jesus. Somebody give God a praise. Let me introduce the topic today. The Apostle Paul wrote this letter telling the Roman church to be careful of being men pleasers instead of being a true child of God. He told them that their lives should be an example to others, and that we are fully responsible for whatever deeds done in our own body. Our life should not be silent to scriptures, but rather to speak and show others the reality of how to live. He writes that if we merely set out to please others or our neighbors, we will be people pleasers, and he was strictly against that. Galatians 1:10, he writes, he asks a question, for do I please men of God, or do I please God? If it is men, I should not be a minister of Christ. And when you look at verse 11 and verse 12, he said, I didn't receive it of men, nor from men, but of God. Paul places strong emphasis on our action, that we should set aside willfulness and self-pleasing action for the sake of building others up. Our life must not be a disguise for cold-hearted treatment of our brothers and sisters, but we should always be a good example of a godly role model leading others to Christ. Is there a praise to God this morning? Come on, somebody celebrate. Somebody celebrate. Hallelujah. Somebody give God a praise. Do we have a praise in the house? Wherever you are and you're standing up, you need to understand that God needs praise. He said, my glory I will not share with another. You have to understand the God that we serve, that he's a very jealous God. He said, my name is jealous. He told Israel, he said, hear, O Israel, the Lord your God is one. You should have no other God beside me, because I, the Lord, is a jealous God. And I love to introduce people to our belief and our theme. Believe, Philippians 1:21, Paul said, for to me to live is Christ and to die is gain. But Matthew 16 and 18, Jesus was speaking specifically to Peter. He said, upon this rock I will establish, legalize my church, and the gates of hell shall not, will not, and cannot prevail against the true church of the living God. Somebody need to celebrate this morning. Yes, we are here to praise him. Yes, we are here to lift him up. Yes, we are here to celebrate Jesus. That is our reason for living. That is our sources of heaven. And every minute of the day, we will always say, Jesus. I was looking at the text this morning, and Romans 15 and verse 1, Paul was saying, you should be an example. Yes, because we cannot be demanding things from people, and we are no example. So Paul was saying, you should be an example, bearing the infirmities of the weak. So Paul was saying, you don't just come to church and pay church, but you need to demonstrate and speak church and show church, live church, because if you have Christ in you, that's our hope of glory. You don't need to come here and pretend. Let me see the word through you, because if the word manifests through you, then God is alive in you. Because I heard Paul said Christ in us is our hope of glory. Somebody celebrate Jesus this morning. So Paul said, there will be people around you that are weak, and there will be people around you that need support. You should be a strength to them, because we gonna take it to them whether they will like it or not, because God is my strength, oh God, and my salvation. I'm not gonna be fearful of the challenges I have. I'm not gonna allow the challenges to divert or deter me from following God, because I have one aim, and that is to fear God and to keep his commandment. It doesn't matter what you think. I know what I think. You need to understand that when you're talking about salvation, it's deliverance, and you need to understand that Christianity and righteousness is a relationship between you and God. So how you playing your part, and how is he responding to you this morning? I feel like I want to preach up in here, because people don't understand the God that we serve. Paul was strengthening people. He said you don't have to give up when the devil tell you to. Instead of giving up, you need to get up. You need to stand up for God. You need to understand what he did for you. I believe Paul was reflecting, my God, on what Isaiah said he was wounded, oh God Almighty, for our iniquity and bruise, and our chastisement chastisement was upon him, and by stripe we are healed. We like sheep has gone astray. And if the man come here walking in liquid form, never do anything, and we bruise him, we pursue to him, we condemn him, we reject him, and at the same time he was the Paschal lamb